Taking action
door closed would be great.
today.
Okay. Perfect.
Get ready. The guide that will put your fears behind you is on the air now. Taking calls at 713-785-1817. 877-881-0271. Here's your host, Jason Viper.
Hot mics.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. Big weekend. Flew out Thursday. Came back in town last night. Well, technically, yesterday morning. So Thursday, we flew out. Or actually, Thursday night, I had my event there in Sugar Land, Texas. Great event. We had a ton of folks there. Friday morning, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, took the first flight out to L.A. Flew out to L.A., had a meeting with a gentleman who runs a mastermind group for a friend of mine. And I'll tell you, this guy is outside of real estate, and it was just great meeting with him. He gave me, in a 30-minute session, about 100 ideas. It's going to take me a while to implement all those things, but just a really great event. And then Saturday, went out to dinner with some folks. Then Saturday, I was at an event to present what's going to happen in Houston, Texas over the next 9 years. In fact, I first started out with, let's talk about what's happened since Hurricane Harvey. Let's talk about Q1 2018, and then let's talk about the rest of 2018 and what the rest of the year and what the next couple of years looks like. Now, granted, I've told you guys before, hey, can you predict, what's going to happen that far in advance? No, but we've got a pretty good idea of what's going to happen in the marketplace in Houston, Texas over the next couple of years. I find it fascinating that oil is on the rise. I've told you guys this for 2 years now. I still do not understand to this day why oil is priced so low. I mean, we could talk about inventories and new technologies and all that other stuff, but I think there's something else at play here. Far be it for me to go out and just say that I think the market's manipulated, because I don't know that to be true, but boy, it should be a lot higher. And one of the things that we know is when oil's on the rise, so is Houston. So I had a great weekend, caught the red eye from LA at midnight back to Houston, landed about 6:30. Took a little nap, and then we took the family for Mother's Day to the water park, did the whole water park thing and all that. It was a great time this weekend. I'm going to talk about at some point in the future, talked a little bit about it on my Facebook Live this morning, a $11 million mistake I made. $11 million. It's actually $10,750,000. I got to hang out with the banker this weekend a little bit. That's always fun. $11 million mistake. About $93,000 a month in cash flow. I'll share that with you at some point. But in any case, this market update that I was there in LA for, really to tell the story of Houston, Texas real estate, I'm going to tell that story again this Thursday night. If you guys want to know where the real estate market is, where it's going, where I think the opportunities are for the next couple of years, you need to be at this event Thursday night. Starts at 6:30. You go to rightpathrealestate.com. You can sign up there. But I'll see you guys there, and I'm going to talk all about what's going to happen, not only what's happened in the past, what's going to happen this year, but my predictions for the next 9 years. Yeah, you heard that right. The next 9 years. A lot of people tie what's happening in the real estate market with what's happening in the stock market, and those two could not be more unrelated. They really have nothing to do with each other. So we're going to talk about the real estate market in Houston, Texas. Actually, it's the MSA. It's the Greater Houston the Greater Houston MSA, which is Sugarland, Houston, Woodlands. And we're going to talk about what neighborhoods one should invest in, what you should be doing now. Actually, what we're doing. You can decide to do it if you want. We're going to do it over the next 9 years and how this market is going to shape out. Here's what I'll tell you. If you make the right decisions, invest in the right markets in the next 5 years, you'll be a multi-millionaire and you won't even have to work that hard to get to it. It'll just be a natural progression of wealth as you continue to invest in single-family real estate. It's the next 5 years. I'll tell you this right now. The next 5 years will determine what your next 40 years looks like. We can see it. I can see it on a chart. It's not that hard. The data is telling me what's going to happen. It's just that simple. If what happens in the next 5 years has happened in the last 5-year cycles that have happened over and over and over again, these next 5 years will determine how much wealth you build for the next 40. It's really that simple. What you do now will determine what the future looks like for you. And it all starts this Thursday night. So love to see you guys at that event. We have our weekend retreat coming up. I got a text message on the way in from the office this morning from Veronica. And she told me, tell everybody on the radio show we only have a couple of seats left because there is no more room in the conference room. So I'll tell you this right now, guys. If you want to see our 3-day weekend retreat, this is the time to do it. We will no longer be doing a 3-day weekend retreat. We're going to do something entirely different starting in June. It'll be a whole new class. I think it'll be better, but it's only going to be a 2-day class. It's going to be a Saturday, Sunday. If y'all want the full Friday, Saturday experience, that happens this weekend. We're offering at a bargain basement price just for folks that have wanted to see it for years now and think, oh, I'll come next month. Sorry, this is the last month we're doing it. It's a whopping $197. That's right, $200. And it comes with a money-back guarantee. If by the end of the day, Friday, this isn't for you, Veronica's going to write you a check right there, and you'll get your money back. So $197. It's 3-day weekend retreat. Starts this Friday. This is the last time we're doing a 3-day event in Houston, Texas in the foreseeable future. I don't see us doing one like this again in Houston. Heck, quite honestly, after the weekend I had in L.A. and the event I watched in L.A., I mean, I can't imagine doing another 3-day event. It's just too much time and it's way too much information, to be quite honest with you, especially for those of you who are new to real estate. It's like drinking water from a fire hose. I mean, it's good information, but it's a lot. It is a whole lot. So if you are coming this weekend and you want to learn how to do real estate, if you're a new investor, seasoned investor, this is the last weekend we're doing it, where it's a 3-day, $197. If you want to sign up, send an email to Veronica this morning. I'm telling you, it's going to fill up. It's almost full now. And we got the larger, whatever you want to call it, conference room at the hotel. Send an email to support, SUPPORT, at rightpathrealestate.com. That's how you can sign up. Again, $200, 3 days with Tom and I. This will be the last time we do a 3-day event. So this isn't one of those sales pitches. I'm just, in full disclosure, do not be angry with me in June, because that's the whole point. By June, this thing's gone. So in any case, that's my end of my sales pitch. Let's talk about today's show. And today's show, the theme of today's show is the best advice I've ever gotten. It's the best advice I've ever heard. It's the absolute best because it's true. You guys know, and I've shared with you, I've been reading through Aaron Clary's books When I hopped on the plane this weekend to Los Angeles, from Houston to L.A., I read his entire book, The Reconnaissance Man, which is excellent. If you have kids that are 12, 13, 14 years old, if you've got some young folks in your life, heck, even if you're a little bit older, I highly recommend this book. It is great. It's called The Reconnaissance Man. And I'll tell you, the book is written on really 3 questions. And this is why I say it's great for young folks. He asks 3 questions. Who do you want to be? What do you want to do? And where do you want to live? And the problem is that we take these young 17, 18-year-old kids and throw them into college. Everybody has to go to college. That's what you hear. Everybody has to go to college. I almost started a civil war at a party I was at 2 weeks ago. Give you an idea of who's at this party. It's a bunch of people I used to work with. Half of the folks in this party have a terminal degree. What does that mean? They have an MD, PhD, DDS, some are lawyers, some have a JD, LLM. So half of the room has reached the pinnacle of academia. There are no other mountains for them to climb academically in the field of their study. And I started a civil war at this party by saying, you know what? I don't know if my boys are going to go to college. I don't know if it's going to make sense. And when I read through Aaron's book, it's fascinating because he talks a lot about the things that I understood when I went to college that have just gotten worse. What are these folks going to do with the rest of their lives? We're now requiring young kids who arguably are significantly less mature than a generation ago. We're asking them at 17, 18 years old to make commitments for the rest of their life. And not only just commitments with their time, commitments with their money. And it's not even their money. It's debt. It's future dollars. We're asking them to make major commitments with their dollars in the form of student loan debt. And it's amazing to me, absolutely amazing to me, that we're just throwing these kids into the fire, if you will, without any discussion about whether or not they should go. So we're going to talk about on the other side of the break the best investment advice I ever got. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mic's off.
All right, we got to get this fixed because I can hardly hear her now. It is like so dead. Can you?
Are you expecting to close accurately, on time, and with lots
You can't
of
hear me?
communication
Okay, I
on
got you
home
now. No, it's
purchase?
on. We're
You've
making a
come to
lot
the
of
right
tweaks over
place.
here in the middle
I'm
of the
Jennifer
show.
Hernandez,
What's it sound like
Senior
over
Loan
there?
Officer with Legacy
You sound
Mutual
fine.
Mortgage. Our goal is to give our borrowers and referral partners an amazing experience during the loan
Huh.
process. My team believes in
Interesting.
putting people and culture before results. Our company concentrates
Interesting,
on building
huh.
those teams who operate with structure, process, and recognition for going the extra mile for you. This way, we have the energy to make this your best home purchase ever. Give us a call today to find out the simple steps to get started. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, the Hernandez team at Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Jennifer.legacymutual.com or call 713-579-3611. Again, Jennifer.legacymutual.com. We can't wait to consult with you soon. NMLS 514497.
Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. NMLS 514497.
Hi, Clint Coons here, attorney and avid real estate investor. You know, the greatest mistake real estate investors make is not understanding the potential liability that exists from owning real estate. At Anderson Business, Legal, and Tax Advisors, we specialize in protecting real estate investors in all 50 states. In addition to structuring your business for optimum protection, we provide guidance so you pay the least amount of taxes available under the law. We have 150 employees that range from lawyers to CPAs to estate planners and much more. Download our free ebook, The Invisible Investor Strategy, today at AndersonAdvisors.com or call for a free risk reduction analysis and financial blueprint at 800-706-4741. Anderson Business Advisors will help you keep more of what you earn. Call us today at 800-706-4741 and mention Right Path Real Estate.
Did you know that there are over $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S.? Imagine if you could use someone's IRA to fund all of your deals. Well, you can. Quest IRA is based locally here in Houston, Texas. At Quest IRA, we offer retirement accounts that can be used to invest in real estate,
We got 90
promissory
seconds.
notes, private entities, and much more. Many of our clients loan money from their IRAs to fund real estate deals all over the country. We don't sell any investments or give advice. However, we do hold free networking events, weekly educational classes,
maybe it's-
and
you know what
free
it is?
consultations with an IRA specialist.
It's
For
picking
more
this up, yeah.
information,
I'm like,
visit
wait a
our
second.
website at questira.com
It's like, there's an echo
or
here.
call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs. To tap
Yeah.
into
Oh,
the
yeah, it
$24
does.
trillion in retirement
Oh.
accounts in the U.S., call
Mhm.
Quest IRA at
Okay, so this sounds better. I was getting worried, Nikki, because I didn't hear you say 1 minute, 2 minute.
Okay.
questira.com.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general
All right,
contractor
60
for your
seconds.
investment
Okay.
property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties. Whether it's a flip rehab or a rental rehab, we manage every aspect of a rehab from start to finish with a highly efficient, standardized process.
Over the last 6 years, Fast Track has completed over 700 projects, which has helped us to create our 3 keys to success. Use a detailed scope of work so that
Where
everything
is
gets
Banff?
done,
That must be
train and
really
maintain
far
quality
north.
crews so it gets done right, and complete the work in a proper order so it gets done fast.
No more managing it yourself, no more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992. Again, that's
Yeah, it's outside of Calgary.
832-742-9992, or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Directions.
This is Business 1110.
Sugarland.
You ready?
I'm ready to go.
All right, here we go. Hot mics.
Welcome back. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. Was just looking at a trip. Saw a really cool video on Facebook from Banff National Park. I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's only a 34-hour drive from from Houston, from Sugarland. All right, let's talk about today's show. The best real estate advice I ever got. I got a quick question on Facebook. Hey, Jason, you going to go over what you talked about Thursday night at the weekend retreat? Unfortunately, I don't think I can. Just the weekend retreat, we can't stuff any more stuff in there. You guys will see. If you've been before, comment on the Facebook feed. It's a lot of information in 3 days. This is not one of those seminars where, you get bought into this 3-day pitch fest and someone's trying to sell you their book and CDs and tapes and their special, email list or whatever nonsense that is. This is training for 3 days straight. It's a lot. I'm telling you right now, it's a lot. It's how we built a 100 house a year house buying business. It really talks about how we built that business and our first year in business, the things that we learned. It is a ton of stuff. So I would love to talk about this event that I'm doing Thursday night. I would love to share with everybody the market trends and what's going to happen the next 5 to 9 years. The reality is I just don't have time. There's just not enough. Like I said, comment on the Facebook feed or on our Facebook page, and you'll see people tell you, like, look, dude, they got so much stuff they're giving us, they literally do not have time to add anything else. And we try as best as we can to get out by 5 and a little early on Sunday. And it rarely ever happens. So especially when you guys start asking questions, and there's going to be a lot of people at this event. This is going to be a big one. So we want to be respectful of everybody's time, get them all the information that they came for. And so if you want to hear the market update, what I think is going to happen in the Houston market, what the next 5 to 9 years looks like, you need to be there Thursday night. So it's not a, like I said, I'm not trying to give you guys this big sales pitch. All I'm telling you is just be there Thursday night, because we really don't have the time to repeat this information over and over again. So, all right, let's talk about today's show. Today's show is interesting because it is the best advice I ever got. And I've talked about this before on the show, but when I read Aaron Clarey's book, he summarizes this so much more effectively. And on the flight from Houston to LAX, I read through his book, The Reconnaissance Man. It was great. So let me give you the three things he really talks about. Who do you want to be? What do you want to do? Meaning a job. What do you want to do for a career? And the third thing is, where do you want to live? Here's the magic about this book, and this is why I'm going to tell you guys and gals, if y'all a little bit younger, not happy where you're kind of at life, you're frustrated with your career, all that stuff. He says, look, when you're 17, 18, 19 years old, 20-year-old dude, you cannot know the question, who do I want to be? You just can't figure out. You're too young. And all you've done is sit in classrooms all day. That's not the real world. So basically he says, hey, look, instead of figuring out who you are and what you want to do, let's turn this thing on its head. Where do you want to live? And the whole book, and I don't want to go into the whole book, it's fantastic, fantastic book. First part of the book starts out a little slow, and then the last half of the book is phenomenal. So basically it says, hey, where do you want to live? And then you will figure out by doing recon around the country, that's why it's the book title of the book's Reconnaissance Man. While doing recon around the country, you can back into, hey, I want to live here because it's great. And then because you live there, you could probably find some people you want to work with and a place you want to work with, figure out what you want to do as a career, and through that process, you'll figure out who you are. It's a genius way to do it. It really is. That's why I'm telling you, if you've got some young adults in your household, some college-age kids, some guys in their 20s and 30s who really just hadn't figured it out yet, give them Reconnaissance Man. Just read that book. But the common theme that runs through Aaron's work, with exception to the book that he wrote about the housing crisis, which, by the way, is I have read a zillion of these books, I'll tell you right now, about the housing crisis and what happened in 08 and 09 and the run-up to that. The best book is the book he wrote about the house. It's the Insider's It's Inside the Housing Crash, an Insider's Story, or something like that, by Aaron Clarey. Great book. All of his books center around one common theme. And it's what I'm going to share with you guys today. The best advice I ever got. It is the best advice I've ever gotten. And I bet you all want to know what it is, since I've been talking about it for half an hour now. The best advice I ever got. You're going to die. The best advice I ever got, you're going to die. That's it. You're going to die. Every single one of us are going to die. Logically, it makes sense. But here's what I'll tell you. When I just said this, what was the first feeling you got? What's the first feeling? What was that first thing you felt? I bet it was a little panic. Maybe some fear. Why? Because you and I both know that you've got some unfinished business. You don't want to die, right? Nobody wants to die. We're not done yet. But the best advice I ever got is that you're going to die. Now, the only question is when. And a lot of times we don't know that. If you know, if you're in the back of your mind, you know you're going to die, what's the next step that you need to take? I'll give you a classic example of this. I'm reading through Aaron's books. He's talking about kids. And I was reading something else at the same time. Sometimes I get books confused. Some stuff's in certain books, and I may read one or two of these at a time, put one down, pick another one up. Your kids are only a certain age for so long. So Sarah and I were having this big debate in the house a couple of months ago. We went to the RV show. We really like camping, and we like doing the traveling thing. Love camping and hiking and swimming and doing all that stuff outside. The problem is here in Texas, starting at about, right now, until about October, it is absolutely miserable outside at night. Now, why is that a big deal? I can hike, we can run, we can ride the bike, we can do mountain biking, we can go swimming, all in 100-degree heat. We are all relatively heat tolerant, all the way down to the 6-year-old. And we can do that all day long. The problem is sleeping in 90-degree heat and 100% humidity at night gets real old real fast. So we were having this big debate. Should we go get a little RV, a little camper? It's got an air conditioner on it. Now, if you guys have noticed for years, you'll know that we are frugal with certain things. And buying an RV, which might be the pinnacle of a depreciating asset. In fact, the only worst decision you could make financially in a recreation vehicle would be to buy a boat. I mean, it's
2 minutes.
It's just not a good decision. But when you sit down and look at, well, you're going to die. And your kids are only going to be this age for a number of years. That's it. Now, obviously, you could take this advice to the extreme and say, I need to live like a hedonistic wild man because I don't know when I'm going to die and all that. There's got to be some good balance here. However, baked into that question, or baked into that statement, you're going to die, you really start to get focused on the things that are most important. What's most important? Is it building wealth and income so you can spend more time doing the things that you love?
1 minute.
One thing I've been thinking about the last couple of weeks, we built this little club in Sugar Land, real estate club. I'm building another real estate club in Dallas, in Deep Ellum. And I think ultimately here in the next few months, I'm going to build one in Denver and another one in San Diego. Why? Because I do enjoy the teaching a whole bunch, but I also enjoy those cities a whole lot. And I could totally see once a month or twice a quarter going to San Diego and going to Denver and dragging the whole family out there and doing hiking, bike riding, running, all that kind of stuff. The best advice you are ever going to get is you're going to die. Stephen Covey says it this way, begin with the end in mind. And we know where the end is. Now let's back into what we need to do to enjoy the time while we're here. We get back from break, we'll talk more about that. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mic's off.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes, binders, and the agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. It's there for you. Call Houston's leading real estate risk management experts. Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas, 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Selecting a foundation company and their product for repair is a lot like a game of chance. You simply don't know what you're going to get. The foundation repair industry as a whole doesn't carry a license, nor is it regulated. However, Foundation Check utilizes professional engineers to review all of our files to give you the best foundation analysis in today's market. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825, or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com.
Are you a realtor or seller that is concerned about the new TRID rules and closing on time? I'm Jennifer Hernandez,
Testing,
Senior Loan
1, 2,
Officer
3.
at Legacy Mutual
Test-
Mortgage.
I hear
and
ya.
we have
Okay.
mastered the 30-day close. We close on time, accurately, and with tons of communication. You'll have a dedicated team of a coordinator and a contract to close associate. Give me a call today at 713-579-3611 and let's talk about how we can help you on your next transaction. NMLS 514497.
Real estate investors, if you're not familiar with Quest IRA, let me tell you what you're missing. We've
Yeah.
got free weekly educational classes,
see,
networking
let me
opportunities,
try
and the
this.
ability to tap into trillions of dollars for your real
I
estate
wonder, it
investing
sounds like it's
deal.
coming out
Come
of
by
that
our
sound
office
card.
or join us remotely as we simulcast all of our educational classes every Tuesday morning and
Hey,
evening.
test
for
that.
more information, call us at 1-855
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
IRAs or visit our website
Testing.
at questira.com.
1, 2, 3.
Taxes. Just
1,
the
2,
sound
3.
of that word makes people cringe. At Anderson
Testing.
Advisors, we
1, 2,
provide
3.
tax reduction through asset protection for real estate investors throughout the country. Our unique philosophy has CPAs, lawyers, bookkeepers, and estate planners with one common goal, helping you, the real estate investor. Check us out today
Okay.
at AndersonAdvisors.com. And don't forget to tell us you heard about us at Right Path Real Estate.
Hello, real estate investors.
Does it
Do
sound
you need
better
a
or does it
lender
just
that
sound-
moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for
Better?
first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at info@jetlending.com.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to
I may need to
maximize your
change it over.
investment.
All right,
while
1 minute.
mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisal.
Right, but-
Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing
Yeah, but I had made
in
me
investment
changes
real
since that
estate.
last.
We understand that investors aren't just looking
Little
for
better?
a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give Next Gen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us
gotta
out
be-
online
it's
at
gotta be that sound card.
nextgenappraisals.com.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree. Single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com.
All right, we're coming back.
That's
Okay.
281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
This is Business 1110.
All right, here we go. Hot mics.
Welcome back. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. Just looking at the comments I made this morning. I made the comment this morning that Colorado is an adult playground. I stole that one right out of Aaron Clary's book. It is great because it encapsulates exactly what Colorado is, right? It's an adult playground. All right, so you're all going to die. Now what? Now we got to back into what is it that we need to accomplish while we are here. At the weekend retreat, one of the homework assignments I give is, hey, I need to know, or you need to know, because if you start asking me some questions, I might ask you this question. What's your number? What do you mean, what's my number? It's real simple. What's your number? Well, I don't know. What do you mean, my number? Like, I'm 5'10"? I mean, what? No. Here's the number I need to know. We're sitting here in a real estate class all weekend. And granted, all of us, there are better places. Now, don't get me wrong. Weekend retreat is awesome. But there are way cooler places to be than the weekend retreat. So why are we teaching and why are you here to learn? What's the number in dollars in cash flow, in wealth accumulated? What's the number? What's the number? That's the important thing to know. Are you trying to get $10,000 a month in cash flow? Now, here's why I like to have the number discussion. I will inevitably have half of the room that will come up to me at some point and say, Jason, I mean, I really got to make, you know, $50,000 a month. I'm like, really? You need to make 50 grand a month. You really need $50,000 a month. Why do you need $50,000 a month? Oh, because I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. If I could wave a magic wand today and say you are, quote, retired, you don't have to do anything else. You've already got your passive income sorted out. You got this little real estate business kind of kicking off some dollars. You're doing a couple of flips a year. You're buying some rental properties. What number would you be satisfied with? Oh, you know, $10,000 a month would be pretty good. All right, let's start there. Here's the deal. You got to have somewhere where you start. I know a lot of you folks that, oh, I'd love to make $1 million a year. I need $90,000 a month. Great. Let's start with a goal that's achievable, that I know we can hit the high water mark. Then let's start stretching. When we first started Houston House Buyers, we didn't think we'd be buying 150 houses a year. If I remember, I think our goal was around 30. I'm like, if we hit 30, that'd be pretty good for a first year. Our first full year, we did 67. So now we revised that up and revised that up. And now we got this single-family real estate empire. But I didn't go in the first year to say, well, I want to buy 150 houses this year. First of all, I hadn't met anybody that's bought that many houses in a year when I first started out. I know a couple of guys now across the country, but here in Texas, it's hard to find somebody that buys that many houses unless they own a hedge fund. So you've got to begin with, this is the destination. That's why the question, that's why the statement, you're going to die, is so important. Because it's A, it's true. And B, it gets you thinking, all right, if I expire, what is it that I want to have accomplished? Here's the problem. I can help anybody build a real estate business that big. It's not terribly hard. It's a lot of work. But do you really want to work the next 5 to 10 years working that many hours to make $100,000 a month when if you had 10 or 15, your life would be just as good? I share this with folks all the time. Our household budget, all the stuff we do, the whole shoot match is $7,000 a month. Does my life really change if I were to go from $100,000 a month to $200,000 a month? No, it really doesn't. We still vacation where we want to vacation. We still drive the cars we want to drive. Although I think Tom might have the Tesla bug now, so we might have to get Teslas next year. But we live where we want to live. I mean, there is a point in which you can't make too much money. I haven't talked about that on the radio show before. I may in the future. That is not, having more money is not necessarily a good thing. I heard a buddy of mine, Steve Davis, when he used to be on the radio, one of the things I used to love that he would say is he would say, once you've kind of figured out your goals, more is not better. Better is better. More of something is not better. I went to the gym this morning, which I've shared with you guys. I absolutely hate going. I'm sorry, the people are really nice. But actually going to the gym, I absolutely hate. But let's say I really liked it and I'm trying to get in shape. Can I go to the gym 8 hours a day and work out at that intensity for 8 hours a day? I mean, I'm sure you can. Probably got to eat like 10,000 calories a day and drink 7 gallons of water, but is it really going to move the needle for me? Probably not. I love riding the bike. I could ride my bike every single day. I kind of get tired of riding at about 100 miles. After a 100-mile ride, I'm kind of done. I'd love to do a double century someday. That's a 200-mile ride. I got to get a lot faster for that, but you ride about 100 miles in the morning, take a little lunch break, and then do another 100 miles in the afternoon. Now imagine trying to do that every single day. Does that really move the needle on your fitness any? Probably not. In fact, you know what's fascinating? When you look at human performance in the sports arena, one of the most important things you can get is rest. It's a critical part in growing physically, is rest. Got to have some rest. So I could show you how to build a $100,000 a month business. But is that really what you want? Keep in mind, not all of us make it to 65. About 20% of men die before the age of 65. So will the legacy that you leave be one of trying to achieve this goal that you may die before you ever get there? Does that even make sense? Or as you're sitting on your deathbed and you look back and go, you know, making $50,000 to $100,000 a month with my passive business or with my businesses was great, but boy, I sure would have taken half of that to do twice as much cool stuff with my friends and family. Maybe instead of working or buying another apartment complex or another 100 rental properties, I should have taken that trip up to Banff we were talking about before the break, or during one of the breaks. Maybe we should have gone to Yosemite a couple more times. Or gone to Hawaii. Hawaii's a hot spot right now, right? Yeah, maybe we should have gone to Hawaii a couple of more times. It's not right, but it's true. Andy's in the studio here trying to figure some stuff out on Facebook Live. But I mean, it's totally true, right? I mean, how many folks plan for years to go? Here, let me give you an even. Oh, this one's gonna hammer it home. How many people plan to go to Hawaii for years and years and years, and the volcano erupted last week, and they can't go? For years, honey, we ought to go to Hawaii. We ought to go to Hawaii. I've always wanted to go to Hawaii. Hawaii is so awesome. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. They finally planned the trip, volcano. You will have volcanoes in your life. I guarantee you. Wow, we really should do this. We should do it. 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 We'll have this conversation at the weekend retreat. We have it all the time. When people come to our weekend retreat, one of the questions we ask is, how long have you been dreaming about getting into real estate? Because let's be honest, it's a dream. You know what the average answer is? 10 years. We've been dreaming about getting into real estate for 10 years, 15 years, 20, 25 years. Dreaming of getting into real estate for 10 years. Why don't you just do it? You're going to die. What are you waiting on? You don't get a second chance at this thing. A lot of people believe second chances in life are a second chance at life, and that's not true. There's a big difference between a second chance in life and a second chance at life. The reality is, at some point, you get too old and tired to do this.
1 minute.
That's the reality. And some of y'all die before you get started. You got to make a decision. We got a weekend retreat this weekend. Like I said, it's the last time we'll do a 3-day. June's going to be an all-new weekend retreat. It's going to be fantastic. But for May, it's the last time we're doing it. $197. Send Veronica an email, support@Right Path Real Estate if you want to sign up. We've got a handful of seats left. We're going to go ahead and go to break. When I get back from the break, I'm going to talk a little about Thursday night and more about, well, hopefully this will be the last I'll talk about everybody dying. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mike's off.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. NextGen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give NextGen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes or binders? The agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. We're here for you. Are you a rehabber, wholesaler, buy and hold, or flipper? Bundling your properties on a single policy will help save time and money. Benchmark has been in business for over 10 years, and we insure over 30,000 properties. Contact Benchmark about our exclusive investor package. Call us and let us show you what we can do for you at 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com. That's benchmarkbroker.com. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Do you have cracks in your brick, doors that stick, or sheetrock that's coming apart? Then you may have foundation movement. Due to our expansive soils in the Houston area, it's probably not a question of if you have movement, but when. Call Foundation Check for a truly independent, unbiased foundation evaluation. Foundation Check has been in business since 2009 and has completed over 1,400 evaluations. We're not in the business of repairing foundations or selling you unnecessary peer work, but we are in the business of evaluating your foundation. Our product is designed for house flippers, landlords, or even owner-occupied properties. Each of our files is reviewed by a licensed engineer. Remember to check before ever repair. Call 346-702-3825. That's 346-702-3825. Or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com. That's foundationcheck.com.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending has originated over 2,000 loans in Texas, valued at over $250 million. Jet Lending will help you evaluate your deals for free and give you feedback on value, cost of repairs, and potential loan amount. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at info@jetlending.com. Oh, and don't forget about our famous Third Wednesday Super Investor Networking Meeting. Lots of fun, lots of great real estate talk. We'll see you there.
Are small returns
All right,
getting
30
in the way of
seconds.
your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree, single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906.
All right, Jay. Are you going to talk about the expert panel?
281-915-0906.
Oh, yeah, I guess you should.
Okay, it's going to be...
This is Business
Hold on a
1110.
All right, it's going to be NextGen, Appraisals, Benchmark Insurance, Fast Track, and Jet Lending.
Okay, perfect.
All right, here we go, hot mics.
Welcome back, Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. Thursday night, I'm going to talk about what's happened since Hurricane Harvey. I'm going to talk about what happened to Q1. And I'm going to talk about, I'm going out on a limb, I'm going to talk about the next 5 to 9 years. Nobody's willing to have that discussion. I'm going to have it. Because the reality is, if you make some good decisions now, and if the things we think are going to happen based off what's happened in the past, then it's going to be a really great next 5 to 9 years. We're going to have an expert panel. So I'm going to do a presentation, then we're going to bring folks from Jet Lending up. We're going to have folks from NextGen Appraisals. We're going to have the guys from Fast Track up there. And we're going to have Benchmark Insurance up on a panel to discuss what they're seeing in the marketplace. So it's not just Jason and Tom's opinion on what's going on in the market, we're going to ask the folks that are working in this business every day. Michelle over at Next Gen is appraising properties. Fast Track is rehabbing these things. Jet Lending is lending on tons and tons of deals all over the state. And the guys at Benchmark can give us an update on what's happened since Harvey and how that's going to impact portfolios going forward. It's going to be a great panel. You guys are going to learn a ton of stuff Thursday night. How do you sign up for it? Real simple. Go to rightpathrealestate.com. There's a link there, RSVP there. It's rightpathrealestate.com. For those of you who want to sign up for the weekend retreat, this is the last weekend. Starts this Friday that we're doing a 3-day weekend retreat. It's a whopping $197 with a 100% money back guarantee by the end of the day Friday. If you don't like it, we'll write you a check to scoot on out the door. Send an email to Veronica, support@rightpathrealestate.com. Again, that's support@rightpathrealestate.com, and she can get you signed up. I want to thank all you guys for listening today. Tom is going to be on the radio show tomorrow with Build Your Team Tuesday. And I will see you guys Thursday night. Oh, Wednesday night's the big investor meeting. I almost forgot. Jet Lending events this week, right? So we'll see you guys either at the Redneck Country Club Wednesday night, or I'll see you at our event Thursday. And I'll see you guys at the weekend retreat Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Thanks for listening. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
All right, Jay, have a good one.
Great, thanks.